now that you know about all the different initiatives that you can work on, the most important thing you can do in petitioning is know how to register voters correctly. Once you've gotten someone's confirmation that they are interested in signing the petition, you need to hand them the board, of course, and put your hand right on top of where they're going to sign. Don't even let them move their pen on the paper yet before you ask them, excuse me, before you sign, is this the right county, and point to the county line on the petition. Are you registered in, let's say, Alameda County? And then they will let you know. You have to follow through with the question, when was the last time that you voted? This makes sure that they can't just give you a yes or no answer. They actually have to think and force them to use their mind to tell you an approximate date. They're going to think, it was about June. What was the last time we voted? No, it was Obama's election. And then you tell them, well, if that's the case, when was the last time you moved? Here's another case. You're getting them to answer a open-ended question where they have to think and give you a direct answer of a date. They can't just answer yes or no. The thing you want to refrain from is the yes people that just shake their head and bob yes. Do you want to sign this petition? Yeah, I'll sign anything. Okay, are you a registered voter? And they're like, yes, yes, yes. Are you registered to vote where you live today? Yes, yes, yes. Are you registered to vote in Alameda County? Yes, yes, yes. And they're just going to sign. But there could be totally absent-minded. Maybe they live in Alameda County now, but they voted in San Francisco. You know, these are very important things to think about. People, even you ask 100% of people, are you registered to vote? You're going to come back with bad validity, guaranteed. And you're going to be so frustrated, but it's not our fault. It's because the people do not understand. They really have to update their voter card every time they move. So when you ask them these two questions, when was the last time that you voted and when was the last time you moved, you can put those dates together in your mind in a timeline and figure, well, if they moved after they voted, then you have to register to vote again. So you tell them, look, it's just going to take 35 seconds. Bust out your ID so while you're signing, I can start filling this out. That way when you're done signing, you don't have to wait, and I can give you your ID back and you'll just sign your voter card and pick your party and you'll be all done. So it's very simple. Tell them, bust out your ID real quick. So you take out their ID, or you have their ID. Then the first thing you do is right here on line 7, it's highlighted in red. It says if you have a California driver's license or ID card, you must enter the number here. That's the first thing you're going to do right there. Okay? But it will copy that. It's red on the ID. It's red on the paper. Match it up. The next thing that's also on the ID is that birthday. So you're going to put the birthday in second. So it's number 7 is number 1. Number 5 is number 2. Number 5 is the birthday. The next thing you're going to ask them, don't miss this one, place of birth. If you miss this, your whole voter card's not going to be complete and your signature will not be accounted for. You will not get paid for that signature if we know it's a bad voter card. So you have to put here in this box the state they were born in. Were you born in California? Great. Right, CA. You can just abbreviate it. Make it quick for yourself. Make sure you don't write USA and don't let them fill out the card. When they do it, they're going to write USA there and screw it up for you. You can let them fill out the card, but you always got to double check. Just like you double check the signatures to make sure they're legible and there's no P.O. boxes, and you stop and tap them on the shoulder or touch their arm and say, excuse me, but you need to fix this part. And then you get them to fix that part. You always got to do that after they sign. It's better to have quality, not try to rush through it too fast. Focus on what you can get done right. Then you ask them, have you been registered to vote before? Check off yes or no box here. If yes, you can then hand them the card again, put it right on top of their petitions, and say, put the old address that you were registered to vote right here. Or you can ask them, is this address on your ID the address where you live at today or your old address? And if they say it's the address they live at today, great. You can put that right in box 2. If they said it was the old address, you can put that down here in box 10. See, once you've gotten box 5, the birthday, box 6, the place of birth, box 7, the driver's license number, and box 10, the old address they were registered to vote, then it's just a couple more steps. You'll have the last name and first name off the petition and the ID. You can have the full middle name if it's on the ID. I would go ahead and just copy the name right off the ID for them. If they say, oh, that address is the address that I live at today, then I would just go ahead and fill that address in there for them. If they haven't voted in the past, just put an X on the voter card just like that. It'll be all good. You hand them the card and say, great, now the last thing you need to do is check off yes, you're a citizen, yes, you're 18, sign in the X, and put today's date right here. And then you have them put the date. Sometimes they'll try to put the birthday there. Make sure you check that's the date. Then if they want optional information, if they'd like to be a poll worker, and you know, if they would like to tell you what their ethnic background is, they can do that. Now, if they'd like to do absentee voting, they can check that there. This is all optional, so I generally don't bring it up. The Mr., Mrs., it's obvious in most cases from the name. Always remember to put the county in there, the zip code, any apartment numbers. Okay. This area right here at the bottom is for you to fill out when you turn in your petitions. You're going to need to have your printed name, your signature, and the date on B. So A is printed name, B is the date, C is the signature. It's all good. It's just to ensure that we're not dealing with anybody who is not allowed to do this job, because these documents are going to be turned in, and they will not want to do that if they are truly felons. You know, can't work with felons. You can't be a felon and register voter. So, so sorry if that has happened to you. But you can reclaim your right to vote. It takes a long process. You have to petition the court, from what I understand. But I don't know too much about that. I'm not an expert on reclaiming your right to vote, just registering voter cards. This should not take more than 45 seconds to do. So your goal as a petitioner is to register as many people as needed to get the job done. You need to have 75% validity or higher to ensure you get paid in full. And that's what it's all about when you're doing it as a full-time job, isn't it? So let's make sure you get paid in full. You know, they've signed, they've dated. The last thing is the political party. Have them initial their political party. It's just to prevent voter fraud. I think it's the best thing. They can check it, but if they initial right inside the box, it's fine. If they check and initial, perfect. So now that you have registered somebody to vote, you can take your voter card, fold over the tab on the end. This is a voter's receipt. Tear off the tab and give them the receipt. It's always a great way to install confidence in your signer. Let them know that you can give them a receipt. I tell them, I'll give you a receipt. It takes 45 seconds. You'll get a new reg card in 3 to 6 weeks. Your signature will count, and then you can know that you can vote on this issue. And it's most important that you vote on this issue that you care about. So, little pitch like that always helps. Once you've given them the receipt, the last thing you can do is you can take the petition next to where they have signed, and you'll notice there is a square on the left of the signature. You put the voter code in that square. The voter code is the 6-digit red number underneath where they have signed. There's also a 4-digit black number that corresponds with that code. That black number can go right on the top of the sheet there. So all the corresponding red numbers follow in that field. So write the voter numbers in the top left-hand corner next to the signature for each petition that they have signed. This is going to ensure to the proponents that you have absolutely registered somebody correctly. They will see that the voter card has been done correctly, and you will be credited the full amount for that signature. It's an insurance policy, so you know you get paid on all of your signatures. The best thing you can do to ensure validity. Don't feel like it is something you are pressuring people. Don't feel like it's a sale. Don't feel guilty that you have to ask them to update their voter card. Just get the job done correctly. I cannot emphasize any further. This is the most important part of the job. Even though the voter cards don't pay, they are your insurance for payment on the petitions. From time to time, voter cards will pay. Right now, there is no pay available for the voter cards. In this area, the Republicans like to try to get people to work on their voter card drives for pay. I have never found that to work out. Thank you for taking this information seriously, and I do look forward to your participation in registering voters in your neighborhood. Thanks for checking out Truth Activism. Have a great day.